Hi
Hi everyone,
guys.
welcome back to episode 2
Two.
of Second Thoughts.
Second
with
thoughts.
Hunty and Coley.
There we have it. And if you're wondering, oh my god, they're in the same outfit as last week. That's
We
right.
weren't. We do laundry.
We do This is clean. This is literally
This
clean.
is clean. So, to get started, we are going to draw a popsicle stick, a little exposure therapy. Don't worry, your name is in here. So,
Yo,
we know our subscribers. We know our viewers. Their name is on here. We're going to call them once we draw their name. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
We got yellow.
Yellow. Wait, what's yellow again?
The one that goes, it was all yellow.
It was
Yeah,
yellow.
it's in the song.
Oh, okay.
You put
Oh, yeah.
I literally posted you to that song on my Instagram. 2021.
2021.
Summer, remember July.
In July.
It was a video of us hugging.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Loved that post.
This is when I thought I was never going to see you again because you're going to college.
Oh my god!
I actually did remember. Like, it's so vivid.
Suddenly, tears are falling down. I do actually. That was an emotional post. I remember it. I remember it like it was yesterday, you guys.
I planned that out. Okay, so Hunty, last episode, he pulled the color. Was it green?
It was blue.
Blue. He pulled blue out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he explained what that topic is. I pulled yellow, and that is the You've Got Mail segment. So we did keep that from the last season.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not going to be in every episode because we struggled.
We struggled
finding people to give advice on because everyone is currently doing great in life. Which I'm happy for.
Nobody needs advice, apparently.
Like, good for you. Good for you.
Good for you guys.
But
no, honestly, though.
During our hiatus, we did bring up a queue of people waiting for our advice. So I actually have one prepared for us today.
Okay, let's hear it.
So this one is actually from the user Scissor Sisters 888. Aw. Angel numbers.
I love Angel 8 abundance.
Oh,
yes, it's abundance.
Shit, so that's
awesome. They got an abundance of that, if you know.
Okay, so Sister 888, she said, or they said, hey everyone, I'm starting a new relationship and I really like this person, but I can't help overthinking every little thing. My fears and insecurities are starting to hold me back and I feel like I might be sabotaging something good. How do I stop letting anxiety take over and just enjoy this connection? Okay, so this sounds a lot like our friend Projection.
Yeah.
She's not our friend, our enemy.
That does kind of sound like Projection. Here, I want to hear your thoughts on it and then I'll kind of add on to it.
My thoughts, this is a little too close to home. Like, I personally may be Scissor Sisters 888.
She's like, wait, suddenly we live the same life.
Suddenly, I typed this out last week. I'm sorry. Let me get rid of this balloon. It's
overstimulating.
I nodded it. So, yes, that does sound a lot like Projection, which is perfect because I feel like we have a lot to say about that. I do, yeah. Since this is her new relationship, we don't want to broaden our horizons. We'll stick to projection in relationships. So, yeah. I feel like we'll be there. I have notes on my phone. Yeah.
Show them. Clock the tea.
I will, this is just going to keep it organized. So, let me go down. So, how do you find projection in relationships? Like, you don't have to give the term. Just, share a quick personal story, example, or definition.
Okay, so projection, for me, I feel like that's when I find myself projecting when I'm insecure. That's just kind of a common thing for me. And I feel like kind of for a lot of people. But I feel like it really just, if there's something that I'm currently going through or just I haven't really resolved within myself, that's when I see things as personal attacks. Or even just personal experiences. If things didn't go well in the past, I will project it onto a new experience, kind of self-sabotage, because it's oh, well, this is all I've known. And so I want to protect myself in order to not go through the same thing. So I will project my own insecurities on what I think about. Because this is relationships, I'll project that onto a new relationship because I'm well, this is what I dealt with in the past. So I feel like this is going to happen again. So to protect myself, I'm kind of projecting that onto them, which I realize is not healthy. And it doesn't always resolve a lot. But I think it does come just from a place of, I just want to be safe. You know what I mean?
I want to protect my peace. You did that so well.
Was that
I
good?
think that's the episode, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, but that was really good.
Thank
so,
you.
I wrote down the simple definition of it
Mhm.
just to provide the gist. And I
Okay,
just
okay.
wrote, is when someone unconsciously attributes their own feelings, insecurities, or thoughts onto the other person. So, onto your partner, lover, everything in between, even your best friend.
Yeah.
You need to project your own, like Hunty said, insecurities. I have my own, and I say all the time. So I really heavy onto their sisters, 888.
We see you.
We see you for who you are.
Yeah.
So yeah, typically instead of recognizing the actions they are getting from their partner, they are actually reacting through their own emotions.
Yeah.
So whether it's bad or good. So if you're feeling sad, let's say your partner got something good, like good job promotion, but at your job you've been wanting one, but it's been going to the girl next to you, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Instead of being happy for your partner, you're going to be shitting on him because you couldn't even get that for yourself.
Exactly.
Boom, projection.
Projection. That's such a good example,
And that's
actually.
unhealthy.
It is really unhealthy because then you start to have a lot of resentment in life. I feel like when you're projecting, because when things don't go your way, you kind of see it as a personal attack.
Yeah.
When half the time it's really never that deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My personal example is actually any relationship I start. Any relationship I start.
Let's hear it. In specific, where do you find when do you find yourself projecting in the beginning, I guess?
When things are going good. When things are going good, I don't believe in it. I think there's always a motive. There's always a want and a need that they want from me. Yeah. Which is so unhealthy. I see it for what it is. But I just self-sabotage just like this user. So for example, any relationship, I'll just go to the most recent one. Things are going good, secure, and everything. I'm trying to find a fault on why they wouldn't be a good partner. And yeah, I always try to find the green flags or the red flags. I find myself chasing the guys that don't want me. Because it's just oh, well, if they hurt me, that's on me. I did it on my own. They didn't want me in the beginning. I just convinced them to like me. Versus if it was someone that truly did want me and they ended up leaving me in the dust, I'd be so upset. I'm okay, well, what did I do wrong? I put in all my eggs in that basket. So yeah. Yeah. Heavy.
That one's heavy, but I feel like a lot of people experience that.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning, just because I don't know, it's really, it's really hard, I feel to find someone that is in tune with himself. I don't know, in this generation in specific, not to say stereotype anything, but I definitely feel a lot of people I've talked to, that's the hardest part for us. It's I feel especially Coley and I are very self-aware of ourselves. So even when we know we're projecting, I feel that sometimes is hard on its own because it's just I know this isn't right. Why am I projecting? But it's hard for me to just be open. You know what I mean? Or not stop myself from feeling this way.
Literally the conversation Hunter and I had today was, I know I'm projecting, but I'm trying to protect myself first. Even though this person I'm talking to, they've never indicated that they will act like the last person that did me dirty.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to find similarities so I could validate me trying to let them go or try to protect myself from getting more hurt than I could possibly get.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so that was actually, I feel that's a very hits home type of projection.
Yeah. So hopefully that gave you a little bit more insight and understanding of what projection is. Hopefully we say it projection less than podcast.
I know, projecting. I know, me too. And I was saying it, I was damn, I said that many times.
It's that thing, Bloody Mary, when you say it 3 times in the mirror, it's gonna pop. She's gonna pop up behind us.
Literally,
if we say it so many times, it's gonna
it's gonna attack all of us.
Okay,
but yeah.
So, what are signs of projection?
I think when you realize you're reacting instead of intuitively responding. Yeah. And there's a difference. I feel when you intuitively respond, you're actually thinking about, number 1, how you feel. Number 2, the situation for what it is and not what you romanticized it to be in your head, rather being good or bad. Because I think you could sometimes romanticize situations for being bad too. Yeah. Which a lot of people don't talk.
We did talk about that in the last episode too.
Exactly. And so I think that's definitely a clear sign, honestly.
Yeah. So this is really similar to the example, but constantly doubting others. Like, girl, you think that you can't trust anyone out there in this world, when in reality, you can't, because you're the one stopping yourself, not because everyone did you dirty.
Yeah.
So if, like, you're trying to find fault like me, like, find fault in anyone and everyone, yeah, there's a reason, because you're looking for it.
Right.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance
Stick to
is
that.
bliss.
Actually, no, but again, with the whole gut feeling, like, if you have a gut feeling about it, stick to your gut. That's my second advice.
Yeah, I definitely like listen to it. And I think if you do feel like you're projecting, I think literally the first step is just becoming aware of it. And then from there, everyone kind of has their own journey. So it's kind of hard to give like one specific advice because I feel like it really could really depend on a lot of variations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think right now of like, if I were to give someone advice with like projecting, what would it look like? And the only thing I could say is just becoming aware. And then what would you say after that?
So for me, like, I can, like, mine is just setting boundaries. Like, if you know you are projecting onto someone else with your own feelings and insecurities, create a boundary. Like, if you were a baddie before this, and then, like, you entered a relationship and now, like, all you can do is think about them and just be insecure about, like, what they're doing and how it makes you feel, take a step back, because you know you can do it. It's just that, like, you are letting your own feelings take over and letting that dictate what you think about that person without even communicating.
Yeah.
So set a boundary. Just do what you can that's comfortable. Because if you overpass it, if you overdo it, it will be bad on both you and your partner.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Y'all, you heard her. You heard her.
Clocked it.
Clocked it.
Clocked it. So yeah, just like be more aware. Self-awareness is key, just like what we talked about the last episode. And communicate better.
Communicate, like, yeah.
Be like, if you are insecure about something, ask for validation. If they can't give you validation, communicate it.
Yeah,
They
communicate it.
back.
And I feel like if you do feel like you're running into situations where you're trying to communicate with someone and they're not like listening to you, I think the best thing is, like she said, is to really establish that boundary for yourself and maybe them of like, maybe less contact. If someone is seeing your, like, you communicating as like this like bad thing, because I feel like some people do, depending on situations, like listen to that, like be like, oh, okay. And then go to the people that you know have your back. Like, because I feel like you have to have at least one person in your life that sees you for who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like has the best intentions. So go to them when you feel like, I don't know, you're having that miscommunication, in my opinion. Because whenever I'm going through it, I will go to Nicole and she'll tell me everything, like, rather if it's like my own fault, but she says it obviously in a way that's like, I need to hear it. You know what I mean? And I think that's really important to have that, because then that's how you grow. You have to continue to like see life as like, even though bad obstacles come your way, like it's a great opportunity for you to grow as a person and learn to react a little bit less.
And I go to ChatGPT.
And ChatGPT, y'all. No,
I actually go to Hunty, but
I do both. But like sometimes
both.
I think, ChatGPT, I totally forgot of that alone.
We'll have to talk about that in another episode.
Because we low-key cooked with like actually figuring out how to make that like work in our life.
Yeah. It's, for me, ChatGPT. Let's just say at the end of our conversation, I ask, what are we?
No, literally.
Like, why are they so responsive so quick?
They're so responsive, and I will tell them, I'm like, I need more detail. And they will
talk about
they will do
all
it
the time.
No, literally.
ChatGPT's the type to let you talk about yourself the whole time and not ask for anything.
No, literally, I never ask about them.
Now, do you find yourself saying, like, thank you, I hope you have a good day to
literally,
AI?
I'm literally
I did that, like, literally recently.
I'm, like, on my laptop, literally, like, going through it. Like, I copied and pasted, like, my whole therapy session that I did on, like, my Notion.
Yeah.
And then I was like, unpack this, blah, blah, blah. And they gave me the best advice. I was like, thank you so much. This totally resonated. I was like, you have a good one now.
I had a whole as a diary entry, and I was like, can you analyze this to see if I'm valid?
It's so good.
He was like, honestly, you should rethink that whole relationship thing. I was like, you know what? I hope you have a good day.
You're like, you know what? I needed that. All for free too. Thank you.
Okay, but how does, let's say Scissor Sister 888 is not really picking up the cues we're given. They are just projecting like day after day after day. How will that affect their relationship?
I think they're going to continue running into relationships that aren't fulfilling because number one, they lack boundaries. And number two, they lack self-respect. Because at some point, if you're like continuing to like put yourself in situations and not see it for how it is, I feel like then you're allowing it to happen because what you don't change, you end up choosing. But it's like, it
Oh,
truly
shit.
is like one of those things where it's hard to say because there really are some situations where people just really aren't like giving you what you need.
Yeah.
And so like sometimes your projections are really like really valid. But
Yeah.
if I feel like,
It's not even projection at this point. It's
Mhm.
just reacting.
yeah,
It's just reacting.
exactly. But if you know that you are projecting how you're feeling and if you're choosing to kind of like, I don't know, maybe not work on it because I feel like there's always ways to make improvements.
Yeah.
I really believe what you don't change, you truly are choosing.
Yeah, that is self-sabotage at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you know the situation for what it is and you're continuing to neglect it. That's when you that's when you do yourself dirty. That's when you do your partner dirty.
Exactly.
That's when you inflict trauma onto your partner. Fix yourself.
Snaps for that one.
Wait, you ate with that though. You ate with the explanation though.
No, but for real though, because I feel like a lot of us, like, especially in your 20s, I feel like use your 20s as a social experiment for yourself. Like literally, like when you go through these relationships and everything, like take little, because like literally there's gonna be so many people that like aren't for you and you're gonna start seeing that and see that as a green flag though, because if you're picky, that's when you know you have boundaries, like underlying. If you feel like someone's not fulfilling you, listen to that and obviously communicate it if it's like someone you really want to like actually have a great relationship with. But if it's not fulfilling you, like you'll know and tune into that because you don't want to live a life that's like false and like not you because then like what's the point, you know?
Yeah, and literally, like Auntie said, live your 20s. Your 30s is when you start settling down. You don't have to settle down at your 20s. If that's your thing, so be it. But and by living your 20s, we don't mean you have to go clubbing or partying or doing all the hard drugs in your 20s. It's just like set yourself for experiences so when you're ready to settle down, you have that solid foundation with your partner.
Yeah, literally. That's such a good point because I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people in our, specifically I feel like in the past generation, like they made it seem like your 20s were like, you have to get a house, you have to do like all these things. But no, I feel like in this day and age, at least, you should just have fun in your 20s and you should experiment and figure out who you are as a person and, you know, see all your faults as just kind of like ways to just improve yourself. So then by the time you are 30, you're going to have yourself so much more figured out if you focus on like the emotional aspects rather than just like the physical things happening around you. You know what I mean? But if you can like tune into yourself and figure that out first, you'll be a happier person. And that's why self-awareness is like, it's a beautiful thing when you learn how to use it to your advantage and not as self-sabotage.
Yeah, because once you overdo it, it's just like, it gets harder to live every day.
Yeah.
Like, try to incorporate a little cocktail of self-awareness, but also ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. Balance.
Because, there was a time where I was too ignorant and I was in bliss. There was a time where I was too self-aware and I was just down. But now I'm like finding a good balance, choosing my battles.
Yeah. Cause like, I feel like, you'll know when to pick and choose your battles when like something's important to you, you'll know it.
Yeah.
You'll know it. But if it's like something that you just feel like you have to care about, girl, sometimes it's best to just let that shit go. You know?
See it out the door.
See it out the door and wave it goodbye.
This is not mine.
Yeah.
There's the door. There's the door.
No, but literally though. Ooh, I kind of liked that. That was a good one.
We did actually go because like the next step was overcoming projection, and you basically covered all the boxes.
Low key, yeah, I feel like that.
Because he ate. He said
you ate, Chloe.
But yeah, also add to that, find the root cause of it. Where did that start? So let's say Scissor Sisters 888.
Sorry, I love their username.
Yeah, you would.
Continue.
Let's say she's projecting and she knows like if she thinks hard enough, she can find the root cause, and it was actually like an ex-boyfriend from 2019.
Yeah.
Then just realize like, okay, analyze that. Like, he did me dirty, and is my current partner doing this to me too?
Right.
No.
No.
And that's when you wake up.
And that's when you wake up and you're like, oh, because a lot of it, you start to realize too much when you're like living in your head and what's actually true in front of you. Because sometimes we get lost in that. And that's why I say sometimes we romanticize like the bad. Like we want to see the bad because that's just like what we're used to. And that's what feels comfortable. And sometimes it is really uncomfortable when people are doing exactly what you low-key want and need from a person, you know? So just tune into that and find that root cause and figure out that shit. Yeah.
And it's sometimes like people, they are ignorant to self-awareness just because they don't want to be at fault.
They don't take accountability.
Yeah. But I'm just like, no, I feel like you are going to win at the end of the day when you choose to realize like the root of the problem starts with you as the common denominator. Believe it or not. It may not sound fun, but honestly, your next relationship or your current will thank you for it. Just because it's just like, okay, well, I take accountability of this and I don't want to be this person. I want to grow. I want to be someone better. I want to be someone that will help my current relationship, my future, or just myself in my relationship with myself.
Yeah. Because like when it comes to accountability, you're learning like what you can control and what you can't control.
Yeah.
But what you can control will always be yourself and how you react to situations moving forward. So see that as opportunity.
And sorry, I forgot what I was going to say.
And clock it.
And clocked it. That's all I can say. I'm going to clock it.
Honestly, just clock it there.
So yeah. So at the end of the day, with I don't know their username no more. I want to say their username. At the end of the day, I think you are set up. After watching and taking notes on our advice, you are set up for your current relationship.
Yes.
Embrace it. It's a new person. It is not the person that you dirty if that is the root cause of you.
Exactly.
Like if a past relationship is what it wait. Like your past relationship is the cause of the problems in your current, just know these are two different people.
Yeah.
If it's the same guy, analyze why is this person back in my life and do they deserve to be back? Like to be real.
Exactly. No, definitely.
Yeah. And let's say this is a reoccurring person that caused these insecurities and now you're projecting. Think about the why. That's kind of like grapefruit.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? Literally that was that was grapefruit.
That was crazy. How we just connected.
Wow, we had like a full circle moment. If you guys tuned into last week, then you kind of know what.
Yeah.
But
I just feel like we're like so in tune with that last episode because I feel the same feelings, not just the same outfit.
Yeah, no, me too.
The same feelings.
I feel it.
Carry that with us.
I'm gonna carry that with us, and yeah. So I really think you just again have to take accountability, see it for what it is, understand, set those boundaries for yourself and for others. And communicate literally how you're feeling. And if the other person doesn't take it well, take that as a sign, honestly, and move forward and choose self-love and growth and respect yourself always.
Yeah, that part.
That part.
That part.
That part, y'all.
Well, I think this concludes episode 2 of season 2.
Oh my gosh. I hope you guys like it. I love this new vibe. I feel like it's nice to focus on one thing at a time because then we could just really like bounce back on each other's ideas. But I'm excited for the future of this podcast, you guys. I think we have more of a clear vision of where we want to go.
Our new setup, we're kind of going anywhere and everywhere. Right now, we felt like this was a comfortable space, but you might see us at the park next time.
Literally, you'll see us everywhere, and that's what's exciting.
Us in a van, even. But yeah, so this is our new setup. We love it so much.
Super calm.
A lot with our old setup for season 1. It did set us up for success. It helped us decide what we liked and didn't like. But yeah, I felt like we were able to give more quality information and advice if we just focus on one thing per episode. Yeah. So if you have any requests on what you want us to discuss, like if you really liked the last segments, like the cigarette break, if you like the dive deep segment, let us know. And let us know what you'd like us to talk about. We'll put in the popsicle stick in.
Yes, we'll put it in there and we'll just draw it out. But I'm really excited, you guys. I feel very again, I see this podcast as an opportunity for not only us to grow, but just kind of create a community. I think that's most exciting part because we low-key did. I feel like we started to grow like a small community, which makes me excited because it's only uphill from here.
Yeah. And I really, really do like this is just like a public diary. So we are not professionals in any way.
Yeah,
So
no.
the advice we're giving, just take it as brother and sister giving you advice.
Yes, no, literally.
Or lovers.
Or lovers.
Or lovers.
Or best friends. Just kidding, y'all.
Okay, no. Honestly,
Okay, we gotta turn this kid off.
Why? Just kidding.
So we
Okay.
she hopped off there. But we'll see you guys next week.
I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.